Ratepayers don't have an open checkbook that they can just pay for whatever EPA wants us to fix it whenever.
CCU Chairman Simon Sanchez is vexed with the latest response from the U.S. EPA over the 8-year-old case brought against the Guam Waterworks Authority for clean water violations. In their response, the Justice Department's Environmental Enforcement Attorney Robert Mullaney notes that it's been more than 3 years since the stipulated order of March 2007, and GWA, he says, has failed to restore primary treatment operational capacity to the Agana and Northern wastewater treatment plants, failed to complete an upgrade of its groundwater chlorination project, failed to fully inspect 9 of 12 water tanks ranked to be in severe need of attention, and failed to complete the Sinahanya water transmission line project. In response, Sanchez points out that that same 2007 stipulated order also recognized that GWA would have to raise $1 billion over the next 20 years to get those and other projects done. He says GWA will have close to half of it by 2012.
So in 5 years, we'll have $400 million. Now, first off, our community can't afford to borrow any faster than that to keep water rates affordable. In 5 years, to be able to get half of the money we need over 20 years is running the utility properly while balancing the recognition that ratepayers don't have an open checkbook.
It is a classic case of the regulators versus the regulated, between those who make the rules and those who have to follow them. Inevitably, argues Sanchez, there is a disconnect between what is ordered and what is possible.
The community has had to bear huge rate increases to begin to comply and to have the money to fix things. We have successfully gotten 2 significant rate increases. We are now, when we got the last rate increase in last August, we now then are able to say, because of that rate increase, we can now begin to work on the financing to get the money to finish these projects.
U.S. EPA and GWA will be back in federal court for a quarterly status hearing on August 4th to argue it out again.
Costs from oil prices. So, we're not immune to the influences of the outside world, but we now will have 2 consecutive years of positive earnings at GWA so that we can go borrow the money from the financial markets that want to make sure you are having positive earnings. And based on the latest discussions with our advisors from Citibank and GITA, and the timeline looks like it will now be November. We had hoped it would be done faster. We had advised the court in US EPA in March that we hoped it would be done faster, but this is how fast it's going to get done.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.